Hello, my friend. Welcome to Lazarus. Let's begin by lighting some incense and asking to clear any negative energy, any negative thoughts, anything that isn't calling to your highest good. May it all go away. Ooh. And may only peace remain. I think I didn't light this right the first time. Hold on. There you go. My dearest friend, let me begin by saying that you are someone that likely deals with anxiety. If you have very fast heart palpitations, your heart rate increasing to a rate that it shouldn't be, especially when sitting or resting, I'm here to tell you why this is happening. Perhaps you're not somebody who has such strong anxiety occur in your life, and likely you've been going through a lot of changes. You have been had one thing after the other happen, whether it be small or major, even traumatic. And now you find yourself in this state where you're fine for most of the day. You are at peace. But when you come home and you're by yourself and your body can finally take a second to just be, now that the daily distractions are over, you feel a tightness in your chest. You feel this pressure in your heart that doesn't seem to go away. And you find yourself pacing around your room, maybe pacing around your home, wanting to just walk for whatever reason. Or persistent intrusive thoughts push themselves your way. I'm here to tell you that what you're experiencing is the weight of everything that you have been holding on to for the majority of your life. Allow me to tell my story. Maybe it can shine some light to what you're experiencing. In the last, how much were we in? 4-5 months, I have undergone a lot of changes as an individual, as a person, as a man, as someone of faith, someone spiritual. Memories have resurfaced through scents that I catch that shouldn't even really be there, that just happen to appear, and then suddenly old memories that I had forgotten returned. Fears of things that happened in the past, traumas, memories of the sort, return. And suddenly, I find myself in panic attacks 24/7, doing the most simplest things as eating, bathing, just sitting down doing nothing. Even now, there is still a pressure in my own chest as I record this. But I felt compelled to speak to you because I know deep down that I am not the only one experiencing these things. It is my belief that many of us in this current state of our lives are undergoing very massive changes, for better or for worse. Hydration break. I wanted to tell you that things will get better, and they will. But I remember this quote from a Drake song, funny enough. But things will get a whole lot worse before they get any better. And that sounds kind of nihilistic maybe, but I'm someone who believes in truth, no matter how much it hurts. I believe Alex Hormozy is the one who said, anything that can be destroyed by the truth should be. And I'm a firm believer of that. And the truth is that this point in your life is going to suck. It's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. You're not always going to be back to that state where you're just yourself and you're present and you're not thinking about a million other things that you shouldn't be doing, or shouldn't be thinking of, rather. The best thing I can tell you for dealing with the state that you're in is not focusing on doing, but rather being. Sitting in stillness. Now I feel called to stand, for whatever reason. Perhaps it'll help me say what I need to say a little bit better. So do you think the drip this robe is actually super sick? Actually, I want to show you something, because now I'm looking at it. It's funny because I made this. So I'm a person who has been to therapy on various occasions, and I had therapy recently last year. And it was a very helpful experience into getting to open myself up more to being me. And it was really the beginning of a lot of change. And in one of my therapy sessions, we practiced painting to try to showcase how we feel internally. And interestingly enough, I painted this probably nearly a year ago almost, but now this is exactly how I feel. So this is a sunflower out in a field. You can see there's some blue out in the sky somewhere. But these dark storm clouds, and it's raining. And this sunflower is all by itself. Still standing, still blooming. I believe this is where most of us find ourselves in. We are awakening to who we truly are, not only as human beings, but as individuals, as souls. And we're seeing our own work for the first time. However, there are still all of these dark clouds of our past traumas, past pains, injustices, self-sabotage that cloud ourselves and dim our own light. to take a moment, I could feel myself losing to that sensation again. What you need to do is practice being in stillness, and this is actually some practical advice that I can give you that you can do to be in stillness. First thing first is find a place that is comfortable and opens up your mind. For me personally, I like to sit outside in our gazebo on a rocking chair, and usually first thing in the morning, if I have the time, I sit out there with my coffee and I just bask in the nature around me. There's a lot of plants and trees and animals in my backyard, so I just stare at them. Sometimes I like to stare at the lizards and like nod my head back at them when they like do a little head nod thing. Just to be like, yeah, I get you, bro. I understand you totally. Something that I also like is having the incense lit in my room to soothe me. Incense is a very big thing in my life. My grandparents, when I used to stay at their house when I was a child, they would always have incense lit in the house. That and my grandma used to chain smoke, so explains my nicotine addiction. Also, I recommend this when you are further along your journey into stillness is to have a piece of paper. I like to keep a clipboard near me at all times with some paper and a pen, and I just write down whatever comes to mind. It doesn't have to make any sense, and it doesn't have to flow into any kind of like shape or form, or any form of actual, like, how can I say this, like good writing. It just needs to be anything that comes to mind, and explore those ideas in that stillness. Get yourself return to center and then ponder. And with due time, you will begin to see. I'm super dehydrated for some reason. I've been talking all day, so my voice is probably getting parched and tired. This is not going to be a thing that gets fixed quickly. I need you to understand that right now. It might seem that I have this together and that I'm calm and relaxed as I do this. And to be fair, there are no thoughts going through my head. I'm just simply speaking from source. But I am in tremendous pain. I am feeling that anxiety as I speak throughout this entire video. And I'm going to continue feeling the anxiety after I finish this. And hopefully it'll be gone by the time I wake up, as it usually is. Confirmation burp. And it's going to be the same for you. If I've been dealing with these changes, this newfound form of anxiety that I've never truly experienced, and neither of you, in the last 2-4 weeks, month or so, then it's going to take some time to get over. I want to make sure that you understand this. It reminds me of that lyric from Let Her Go by Passenger. Change comes slow and it goes so fast. And it's true. Change does come slow. But by the time that it's finally done and processed, they'll feel like it was so fast. And now you're someone else. So it's important to hold space for both of those realities for yourself. And give yourself some more grace. You're a human being. You're not perfect. You've had a lot of things happen to you, things done to you, things that you probably shouldn't have done, and that's okay. What matters is that you recognize all of that, accept it for what it is, and now that everything is finally coming out into the surface after all of these years, you can be happy about that, because finally, take this deep breath with me. 4 in. You're going to be okay. I can't promise you when. I can't tell you how. But all I can say is that this too shall pass. I will pray for you to get better. No. To enjoy peace when it arrives. And to be able to take a calm, big breath and exhale it. And be okay being here. Being you. Safe and sound. This has been Lazarus. And please always remember, your mind can neither save you or end you. Which do you choose? Take care, my dear friend.